unknown career field.
Unknown.
Not long ago. Not very long ago. I mean, it took, Lean Six Sigma, I think Six Sigma had obviously had quite more visibility, especially coming out of, how it was built and how it was created and the corporation, the corporate structure that was behind it. But you never really heard about that in relationship to project management. And now we're hearing there's master's programs and there's PhD programs, and Obama made it an official career field so that you legitimately are, in the government. That is a role that you can apply for. And it's just,
there's 6,000 people in the Washington chapter.
Wow. I did not know that.
I think more than that now. Just give you an idea. 6,000 people in that chapter.
To your point, project management is in everything that we do. You always have to know the scope of it. You're planning your family's vacation. It could be as simple as, going camping, right?
Yep.
You still have to figure out what the scope is. You still have to know how many days, how much food are you going to need, who's going through a growth spurt, might need the extra hamburger. Got to consider your resources. Who's going to help you back the truck?
Where the money's going to come from.
Yes. How are you going to save for it? How are you going to budget for it? And I think folks just kind of feel as though that just happens. A lot of these government programs that we're seeing on the TV and stuff just happen. No, they don't just happen. You've got a million people working so hard behind the scenes in so many hours.
Yeah, I don't think people, it's, is there a degree in leadership? No.
You do have some management degrees there, yes, but
yeah. Leadership, being able to lead and manage. Can you get a doctorate in management? No, you can get a doctorate in business management. You can get a doctorate in such and such management. And now you can get a doctorate in project management. But I think it evolved because there was all these little niches, the business management, public health management, bada-bum, bada-bum.
Yeah.
But what was the overlying thing was the project management thing. And I guess that's what worries me about the national. It seems to have gone political.
In what sense? You've said that a couple of times. How do you feel that they're...
I think to me, it's lost its focus. It's about, everything now is about PMI National. They got their own training program. They got their own seminars. They got their own everything. Now, maybe I'm talking out of school here because a lot of that we do. But you forgot what grew you. What grew you were the chapters. What you should be doing is pushing this down to the chapters so they in turn don't live on $35 a year. They don't die on a PDD because they don't have enough money for a PDD.
Right.
They should be supporting the PDDs. In other words, hey, we got a list of these 10 speakers, which we're funding PMI National, that we'll lend to you.
Right.
To make it successful for you. They don't, it's all about the money for them. It's not about the money. The money, it's about growing the job. It's the word I'm looking for, the profession.
Right.
And if you don't grow the profession, it'll take the same route that ASM took. There's also used to be a big group for manufacturing companies. That went bust.
Okay.
And why did it go bust? It's because it all became the national. The national it's not about the national, it's about the chapters. It's about supporting the chapters. And I guess that was one of my main goals. Every time I dealt with them, every time I call them up, they knew who the hell I was. Not him again.
Al's on the phone. Who's taking it?
Yeah, who's got this guy?
Was there an opportunity or ever an opportunity for you to work at the national level?
Yeah,
What
didn't want to
happened?
do it. I didn't want to do it.
Okay.
I just didn't. I didn't see it. There was a region director position open. I could have applied for it, but at the time I was still working.
Hmm.
And then afterwards, I was working with Joanne, and I couldn't see splitting that. It was too much. I was splitting up too much,
Right.
and I didn't want to get into that far. And I guess it came too late in life for me. But there should be more region directors coming out of Rochester. A lot of them now are coming out of I think coming out of Buffalo. A couple of them came in region.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm talking region director, not like out of working on the payroll from PMI. Some of the region, like the region four director, is not on the payroll. He's he is, I don't know what it is. I think it's a she right now. Is a volunteer.
Volunteer.
Yeah,
Wow, that's asking a lot.
it is.
And that's quite a commitment, and folks feeling very passionate about what we're doing.
You're traveling to Rochester, Syracuse,
Hmm.
Buffalo,
Hmm.
Albany, Delaware,
Hmm.
Pennsylvania, New York City.
Wow.
Big region four is the biggest region. There's 27,000 members.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. One of the things,
So
speaking of, that's a lot. Speaking of volunteers and organizations, outside of PMI, are there any other, what are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things that, other items that you may have, or organizations you may have participated
golf is life.
in? I'm finding that to be very true up here.
I had a boat from 1989 up until last year, and
Okay.
I just said I had enough of this. I was, trailering around. So
Yep.
I love boating. Now I go on my son-in-law's boat,
There you go. He can do all the work.
and he can do all the work. I harass him. Um, I'm a pretty handy guy, so I do a lot of work around the house. I build things, fix things.
Okay.
Um, so I do a lot of that stuff. Um, I meet with a lot of friends, and we play golf. I take a trip down to Florida for 1 month every year. See my brother down there, so I have a good time down there. Joanne lets
Nice.
me Joanne lets me do that, so which
Yes.
is nice. It works out. That's my hobbies is, and one of the hobbies I got has been up until about a year or 2 years ago was PMI. I was still very passionate in PMI.
I was going to
In
ask
fact,
about,
I was going to run for vice president of finance until they talked me out of it.
you got talked out of it. Why?
That's a long story, but I fell for it, so I didn't run.
Are you participating with PMI Rochester at all in this today?
No,
Okay. You're not picking up the phone and giving Lori any pointers or any
no.
advice?
The only thing I do, I guess, is if they have a trustees meeting or they need
Hmm.
somebody to vote for it, I work with the trustees and meet with the guys for lunch or something.
Okay.
That's so that's about as close as I come to as being a trustees meeting. But
Okay.
it's not been very active at all. At all. Should be. Matter of fact,
Okay.
was one of the things I did when I was president. I used to call the past presidents in and ask them, "What do you think? Well, where are we going wrong here, Jack?" You know.
Right.
So
Right. Well, it sounds like you've done an
that's it.
incredible amount of growth, and you've really moved this organization forward during your 3 illegal terms.
I
And
think I think so.
one of the questions I had, and I think you've mentioned it a few times, but I want to hear it in your words. What is your through line about project management? Because you
My
went from,
through.
yes. So you talked about you're obviously, you talked about using your hands, you like to build, you're very, mechanically oriented, working in manufacturing and project management. You understand how machines and systems work. You understand the processes that are behind that. and you left director of IT to go to senior PM to take, the overarching project management skill sets that every manager needs, and to go put those into effect. So what is the most important thing that you feel that folks should know about project management that you teach and coach through Project Solvers?
Just by the name of Project Solvers, we solve problems. People don't solve problems.
Okay.
They go around the issue. What's the issue? And they don't know what the issue is. So I think is coming up with solutions to problems. Good, bad, or indifferent. But if we don't come up with the solutions, we get ourselves in the mess we're in right now. Good God Almighty, what a mess.